Welcome, everyone. It's time for NBA action. Coming to you live on this Saturday night. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Gary Trent.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the five for Doc Rivers right now. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Kevin Porter is out there with Taurean Prince, and it's Kuzma in at the three. And for Sacramento, DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Zach LaVine is out there with Malik Monk, and it's Valanciunas in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And teams getting geared up, Greg, for the stretch run. Does that give you extra motivation as a player?
Oh, yes. Seeing that finish line can really help you out down the stretch. As a player, ending the year strong is key, whether you're in the playoff race or in the locker.
DeRozan gets the bucket.
Check out the body control from DeRozan there, guys. I mean, clearly there's contact, but it's almost impossible to affect his shot.
Now here's Prince. Back to Giannis. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Valanciunas with a screen on Porter. Here's Monk. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, you can see Monk's growth in operating in the pick and roll, getting better at taking advantage of what's available.
Porter kicks to Lopez. Pass to Kuzma. Prince with it. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. From deep, Giannis. Monk grabs the board.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now here's DeRozan. Guarded by Kuzma. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. Shoots over Kuzma. And it's DeRozan missing. Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
Now, here's Monk. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Murray finds LaVine. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Shoots from 12. Kuzma can't get it to go.
And that's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Prince against LaVine. Clock at 6. DeRozan for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. DeRozan's got 5 minutes.
Well, DeRozan not really comfortable beyond the arc, so he really knew this was his shot.
Prince kicks to Kuzma. Lopez a screen on DeRozan. To the paint. It's stolen by Valanciunas. DeRozan. That's good. 7 points in the game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Lillard's checked in for the Bucks. And let's take this chance to show you the highest scoring power forwards and centers in the NBA since the All-Star break. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 4th.
You know, there are different styles among those big men, but they have one thing very much in common. They can dominate offensively. Face up or back to the basket, they can get it done.
Which is what makes that such an interesting collection of players for me. So much contrast in their methods, but success all around. It goes to show how many different ways there are to get it done in the post.
Pass to DeRozan. Murray a screen on Kuzma. DeRozan's shot is good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Lillard against Monk to end the cold streak. And it's Lillard missing.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Levine kicks to Monk. Murray outside. Pass to Levine. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Sacramento's head coach gave me a few minutes. I talked with Coach about how he plans to stop Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight. Coach laughed and then asked me, you have any ideas? Giannis is an impossible matchup. We just hope to slow him down a little. As always, it's very difficult to game plan for the Greek Freak, a multiple-time MVP. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Bucks. 6-point game. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manage.
You know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves, and when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. Both teams deciding to change it up. Carter, the pass to LaRavia. It's rebounded by Livingston.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
Prince finds Smith. Here's Lillard. Rebound by the Kings. 36 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's stolen by Green. To the inside. Here's Livingston, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. Lillard from outside. It's good from long range. Lillard's got 6.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Milwaukee on top as they go on a 10-0 run to end the period. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
Here's Lillard. Ellis is out there with Carter. Then it's DeRozan. Then it's Trey Lyons. And it's LaRavia in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Prince finds Lillard. Over Carter. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Lillard's got the lead up to 3 now for the Bucks.
Making it work at close range. Lillard putting his touch to good use in tight.
Pass to LaRavia. Puts it up. In the basket by DeRozan. He's got 11.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Now here's Green. Now Nance. Back to Green. Prince kicks to Trent. 4 on the shot clock. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Carter outside. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. Carter's got the game tied up here for the Kings. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Lillard. 8 points for him. And Lillard gets double teamed. 6 to shoot. Green with a screen for Trent. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And for Sacramento, they're shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. It's stolen by Nance, and it's the Bucks on the break. Here's Prince. Green kicks to Trent. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Boy, he could have taken himself, but he went from good, better to best in getting the shot for his teammate.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a 2-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that Dame time. Hey, David, thank you. Timeout called by the Kings. Lopez, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Taurean Prince. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Now here's Levine. Really disappointing game for him in that loss to Chicago. Here's DeRozan. From down in the low post, it goes. DeRozan's got 13.
You know, even when you know what DeRozan's going to do, you can't stop him.
Here's Lillard, and the rejection by Valanciunas. Lillard against Monk. Lillard with the rebound. Milwaukee leading by 3. Pass to Lopez, and Lopez throws it down.
Putting that Stanton to the test, the big fella, banging it down.
Monk dishes to Murray. Back to Monk. Valanciunas sets a screen for Monk, and they pick up 2.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Lakers. Murray with the defensive effort.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Valanciunas finds DeRozan. Back to Valanciunas. Rebounded by the Bucks. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Sacramento.
In their meetings last year, they split.
Oh, Giannis up high and down hard.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. So for Sacramento, their last game, a loss to Chicago.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Bean passes to Valanciunas. Levine gets to Monk. Shot clock at 6. Here's DeRozan. That one, no good. Good D by Lopez.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Here's DeRozan. Banked in off the glass. DeRozan's got 6 in the quarter.
We've seen this a bunch of times. DeMar having a huge night, and the defense has no answer.
And the basket by Lillard.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
And so it's Milwaukee with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, guys. Torian, what's been the key so far?
Ball movement, doing what we got to do defensively, competing, showing effort, and translating into offense.
That mix has worked really well so far, man. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race. Fellas, I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when you did play?
Oh, my goodness. I make a lot more money, Ernie, than I did in my playing days, especially if you consider that all guys do is dunk and shoot threes, and as many threes as I did, oh, my God.
Yeah, and I'd be out there getting every rebound and slamming Kenny's bricks for the putback slams because none of these bigs today want any piece of prime diesel.
So let me get this straight. You would both be amazing. What a shock. And now how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the Bucks.
Everything they touch on the offensive end right now is turning to goal. It makes life easy when most of your play calls are working.
Yeah, they came in with the right approach, and the execution, spectacular. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Porter is out there with Prince, and it's Kuzma in at the 3, the small forward. 6 on the shot clock. It's Porter outside. Rebound by Murray. The Kings trail by 10. Right side, DeRozan. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
No mercy shown that time on D by Giannis. Great rejection.
And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer. But, Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And, Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader. But he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
The first one falls.
Oh, the great thing about Kuzma is he's so well-rounded. He can do a little bit of everything on the floor.
And both free throws good for Kuzma. Clark, there are some that would say that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in Milwaukee Bucks history. Others might say Lou Alcindor. What do you say?
Hey, pump the brakes on that, Giannis. I love the Greek freak. And I tell you, Kareem is my guy. I would tip my hat there, but I certainly understand why others would say, Giannis, I'm going to hang my hat with Kareem.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds in this game. Levine against Prince. Yes, that goes in.
And over the years, Levine has put on the muscle, which helps him on those challenging finishes at the rim.
Lopez outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Brook Lopez worth every penny as he secured a nice raise last season.
Yeah, you know, he's a combination of a three-point shooting big who's also an elite rim protector. That's a heck of a combination and a valuable one in today's game.
And the first one at the line is good.
And, you know, Lopez has such a likable personality and way about him. Just a good-spirited guy, and it's one of the reasons his teammates enjoy playing with him.
Brook Lopez hits them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you followed this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
And let's check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Valanciunas. Averaging about 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboard.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
Porter looking it over. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Giannis drives in. Nice D from Valanciunas.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
Monk with the ball. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Now we have a chance to see the teams that have been the NBA's best three-point shooters this month. The Kings in third.
And right now, their three-point shooters are in terrific rhythm. I mean, they've put on a display here from long range.
Kuzma outside. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Back to Monk. Outside, Levine. Kings moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Here's DeRozan. Milwaukee with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. That will be the 4th of the string of 5 played on the road. And Kuzma slams it in.
Kuzma not only has great skill, but his balance is so good. Even when he gets bumped around, he still finds a way to score.
The Bucks have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. Lyles checked in for Sacramento. The Bucks also changing it up. Green, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo, and Damian Lillard subbed in for Kevin Porter. That one misses for Kuzma. The Kings trail by 10. Levine finds DeRozan, and they double up DeRozan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, I don't know how many guys have bitten on DeRozan's pump fake over the years, but I do know it's a bunch of them, and because that fake is so good, it's a weapon for him.
Shoot 2.
That one is off.
DeRozan has that old school game, a throwback wing. He's not just a three-point chucker, and that makes him a different kind of matchup.
He hits the second from the line. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Lillard from outside. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Monk dishes to DeRozan. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, Taurean Prince is not the guy you want to send to the foul line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. And Clark, if you look at the NBA's draft combine, prospects now required to participate in drills and in other testing to be eligible for selection.
I like that, Kevin. I really do. I mean, it's part of being a professional. You can't just opt out of things because your agent says you should or you don't feel like it. This is a professional business, so there should be some standards and accountability. And I think it goes hand in hand with the push for parity. It ensures equal access to the information that will enable all teams to make informed decisions on draft day. So I like it. I really do.
On the wing, Monk. Covered by Lillard. And it goes down 2 points. Valanciunas has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's DeRozan. Green with the block.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And the basket by Lillard. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Milwaukee.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And some changes here for the Kings. Arabia's checked in, and it's Ellison for DeMar DeRozan. Smith checked in for the Bucks. Trent comes in for Taurean Prince. And it's the Kings with the ball. Count that bucket. Levine's got his 2nd basket of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Kuzma outside. From outside the arc, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. Carter, the pass to Lyles. 43 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Ellis, and he converts the layup. Ellis has got his first 2 points of the night.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Trent passes to Lillard. Back to Trent. 5 to shoot. Launches it. It's hauled in by Lyles. Lillard against Carter. Now here's Levine. Lyles a screen on Green. For 3, Levine, and the 3 ball is good. Levine's got 7 points here in this quarter. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And don't go away. We'll be right back. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got DeRozan. Ellis is out there with Carter. Then it's Trey Lyles. And it's LaRavia in at the 4-man position. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Smith with a screen on Carter. Trent outside over Ellis. Trent can't hit. The Kings trail by 4. Carter looking around. Jackson against DeRozan. Back to Carter. Lyles a screen on Lillard. Carter for 3. Green with the rebound. Bucks leading by 4. Inside. Here's Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Some nights Lillard can just keep going and going.
Ellis against Trent. Ellis the pass to Carter. That one drops for him.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Trent outside. Pass to Lillard. 3-pointer. Buries it from 3-point range. Lillard's got 20 points.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Timeout, Kings. Malik Monk, he's checked in for Sacramento. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in with what the Kings head coach said to his team. They said, let's lock in, keep our focus. We need everyone down the stretch. Now, his players looked engaged, so I think the message got across. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. DeRozan surveying the D. Driving to the basket. And the rejection by Giannis. Lillard outside. Giannis sets a screen for Lillard. And a miss there on the triple. The Kings trail by 7. In the corner, it's Monk. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
The energy that Monk brings, I love it. I mean, when he's out on the floor, he's giving you everything he has.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Monk. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And Monk drops them both. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Lopez outside. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis.
That was not easy, but Lopez is solid at playing through contact.
Monk against Porter. The tray. The shot by Monk is no good. Bucks leading by 7. Outside Porter. Giannis outside. Lopez, a screen on DeRozan. Here's Giannis. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on DeRozan.
Well, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal in the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
Free throw, no good.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
He is creeping up in those all-time conversations. Giannis has won regular season and Finals MVP plus Defensive Player of the Year. Quite the resume, and he is not done for a while, folks.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Levine.
You know, when you think of Zach LaVine, his scoring comes to mind immediately, but he also rebounds effectively and passes it pretty good, too.
And he makes both free throws.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Back to Giannis. Pass to Kuzma. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Kings trail by 5. Levine dishes to Monk. Murray sets a screen for Monk. Here's the 3. And they recover it. DeRozan's shot is off. And so it's Prince with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Giannis against Murray. Lopez sets a screen for Kuzma. And he nails that one right through the net. And the Bucks lead by 7.
Boy, Kuzma's such an impressive player, able to dial it in from these in-between spots with relative ease.
Valanciunas, good.
And how about Valanciunas coming through here? When it's a big possession, giving it to him is a great idea.
Levine against Prince. And Kuzma slams it in.
So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. And DeRozan kicks to Murray. And it's off from three-point range. Bucks leading by 7. And here's Porter. Lopez, a screen on Monk. Here's Porter. DeRozan with the rebound. Sacramento's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
You could see Lopez tracking that shot the whole way. Nice awareness from him and a terrific rejection as well.
Shooting Taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8.
A big physical guy with an undeniably silky stroke. Brook Lopez is a force to be reckoned with at both ends of the floor.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
This is what scratches the itch for DeRozan. Moments like this, he lives for. Takes great pride in being the guy to knock down the critical shots.
Lopez passes to Kuzma. Bucks passing it around, and now they decide to foul intentionally. Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're trailing by 8. What do you think, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
And DeRozan kicks to Murray. Kick out to Levine. Fires away from way outside. They get the rebound. There's the three. Knocks down the three. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Timeout called by the Kings. 9 seconds left in the game. What's your take, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
By Giannis. And an intentional foul right there.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Simply delaying the inevitable here. I mean, at this point, even if they miss the free throws, there's not enough time left.
He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. And so the Bucks take the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Giannis, you have said in the past you have even more untapped potential. So how did you put your fingerprints on this game?
I'm just here to do whatever it takes to help my team win. Did a great job executing, moving the ball. And this is what we do. This is what we do. We play together, and whatever we do, hopefully we can get a win at the end of the day.
Well, it certainly turned into a win tonight, man. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Damian Lillard.